BBG! What's up, BBGs? We got a really sick unboxing here for you guys. Guys, this is some HyperSphere stuff, and this is really sick because we get a brand new BeyStadium in this set. So this is called the Vortex Climb Battle Set, and as you can tell, it's just a massive box. It comes with two brand new bays that we haven't seen, or at least like one new bay, and then we get like a recolor. But this is the first introduction to Prime Apocalypse A5, so the Hasbro version. This doesn't have infinity locks, sadly. You can just tell. The system's just totally different. So that's a bit of a bummer, but this stadium is looking so sick because you can actually customize the stadium as well.
Yeah, Hasbro's always on point with those BeyStadiums. They're always so nice.
It's true, like, you know, with the vertical drop and everything like that, like, we're actually like pretty impressed by the stadiums because it makes it more like anime feel. Takara Tomy hasn't even actually gone that route yet, versus Hasbro is trying their best to get their stadiums to be more like the anime, and then of course like they center the gimmicks and the abilities of their bays to work with the stadiums. So although they're not as heavy, you know, they're technically not as powerful in like a one-on-one battle, man, the gimmicks are still pretty sick though. Alright, let's take a look at the back of the box and then show you guys what we get. So let's go over the bays first, and then we're going to get to that really sick stadium. So this gold bay that you have here, they called this the Golden Judgment Dragon D5. So just because the whole combo is gold, I can guess they added that golden name to it. It's a balance type. You get that Dragon GT chip, that Judgment layer, the layer base, and then you get D16 disc and a TH11 performance tip. And the stats, of course, since it's balance type, they made it pretty even, 3 and 3. And the bay that you probably want from this set is definitely going to be that Prime Apocalypse A5. So this is Arthur's bay, and looks like they kept most of the parts. I mean, the gimmicks are not there, but they try to make it look like the original. So you have that Prime Apocalypse GT chip and like the energy layer. You got that Zero disc, which is D44, and that TH24, which is supposed to be Ultimate Reboot Dash, but of course this is the HyperSphere version, so you're not going to get those same abilities from Takara Tomy. The stats in this one, 1 in runtime and 5 in drop-in frequency, so definitely an attack-oriented combo.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to trying out that Prime Apocalypse, like the main bad guy of Season 4.
Of course you get 2 launchers, guys, like 2 winders with it. Nothing special, they're not string launchers or anything like that. And the best part is this Vortex Climb Stadium. So there's actually 2 ways that you can play with the stadium. There's this green insert here that you can remove or add in whenever you want, and it adds like a different kind of like play style to it. So in my opinion, I think you're pretty much going to play with the green insert in all the time. They call that the battle axis. So I personally think that you're going to use the battle axis every single time. I did take a peek at the stadium, and if you actually remove the battle axis and play with just the blue stadium, just the actual stadium itself without the add-on, it looks like this ramp-like kind of like shapes here. So you might even be able to do some crazy jumps or something. But yeah, Hasbro did a pretty good job at making the stadium look just like in the anime, where they introduced that 6th stadium, where they battled Arthur and you know, Gwyn and everyone like that in like a team battle. It was pretty sick.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to seeing what the bays are gonna react in that special stadium with the green insert. Looks pretty sick.
Yeah, okay, let's start unboxing.
It's always so nice to see these box sets come out. Always something special about them.
Nice, our launchers in here. Man, this stadium's looking sick. And we also get some stickers too, to basically spice it up a little bit. This is actually really sick.
The dye cover and then the green insert.
Oh yeah, another part here too. Interesting. Alright, we're gonna have to figure out how to put this together, guys. Take out our bays. So let's go over all the parts for the bays that we get here really briefly. So that Golden Judgment Dragon, right? Full gold combo. It actually does look pretty good. Very interesting that they added the triple disc to this combination, because that is such an old disc, guys. The original Odin Bay had triple, I think. So super old school. I feel like there could have been like a way better you know, pick for this combo, but whatever, not a big deal. It's not really the star of this entire box set, so it's all good. Then you get that TH11 performance tip, like we mentioned, also gold, so it's nice, sticks to the theme. And then when you put the bay together, it actually looks pretty decent. Let's move on over to Prime Apocalypse, because like if you're excited about a Bey from this set, it's definitely gonna be this one. So Prime Apocalypse A5, this is the first time we're seeing those Infinity Lock Beys in Hasbro form. And honestly, man, when you're looking at the layer design, it looks kind of funky. They legit cut out like the center there in the GT chip. It just looks kind of weird. Do you guys remember from the original Takara Tomy version, we had like that red insert that twists around and changes color? Now there's like a cut into it.
Yeah, but the good news is about Prime Apocalypse is, you know, the layer, the shape is still kind of odd. It's got that oval shape. So for attacks and whatnot, I think it'll still perform pretty well.
So it still has like that pointed edge there on one end where basically like the sword of the layer sticks out. So it doesn't like move out or anything like that, but it is still there though. So I mean, still your main point of contact. Of course it comes with that 0 disc, so Hasbro was able to like accommodate with that at least, which is awesome. It doesn't come with the frame that it came with in Takara Tomy. And here comes the performance tip. So this is Ultimate Reboot Dash, the HyperSphere version. You guys can see that they actually tried to copy the cosmetics of that Ultimate Reboot Dash. And of course, there's no rubber or anything like that. This driver or performance tip does not activate or does not go into like a more aggressive mode. It's just the HyperSphere driver. So let's put Prime Apocalypse together. We'll take a look at the full combo. But yeah, so right before that, closer look for you guys on those like slits right down the center. Obviously, the original design of your Prime Apocalypse, right, it had the infinity locks, so there was like no need to interrupt the design because you couldn't take out the chip. But Hasbro needs to be able to take out the chip, so they add basically like the slopes, right? And if you add the slopes, you have to have like this housing here basically, or this insert part. So that's why we have these really awkward cutouts now.
Yeah, that's so weird. Like the dragon head is completely cut off.
Yeah, it's looking pretty funky, but I guess they didn't really have a choice, right? They have to keep the slopes there.
Maybe they could have made it like one piece. Maybe that would have been nicer.
Would have been really cool if they just like made it Infinity Lock style, but maybe that'd be too OP. So there you go, Prime Apocalypse A5 Hasbro version.
It's like a scar on the dragon's face.
Yeah, like part of the sword's gone. Like that iconic, the red basically symbol right there, right? That entire thing is like not functional anymore and a part of it's cut out. So it does look a little awkward, not gonna lie.
Interesting design.
Alright BBG, so let's look at the actual stadium, because obviously this is the best part of the entire battle set. So, like I was saying earlier, you get stickers to make your stadium look really cool. The battle access part, this is gonna be the sickest part right here. Being able to add this in whenever you want, super awesome.
It's like a ramp.
So
almost.
sick. Yeah, and then even battling in the blue, in like just this like kind of like regular standard format here is gonna be pretty sick, because look at these ramps, guys. Awesome. We'll go over that in detail in just a little bit. We'll actually put everything together first. And then yeah, so you get like a guard, right? Pretty much every single stadium gets like a guard, right? In case it bursts and stuff like that, you know, it flies, won't come out of the stadium. This stadium, you get an additional one that you put up here like this to make the walls even higher. Because since your base can go up these ramps here, right? You might burst, say, mid-air or something like that, and it might go over the first wall. So they put a second one right here.
I think, yeah, the bays are meant to go flying like high. So I think that's why they added an extra barrier.
Yo, if they're putting this extra wall here, you know that these bays are basically gonna fly into the air for sure. So this is gonna be really awesome. So let's put the stadium together, we'll put in all the clips, and then we'll go over the details on like what you guys can see here in the stadium.
Yeah, and we'll do some battles later too.
Okay, BBGs, the stadium is all together. It wasn't too bad. I mean, it's not like the worst stadium to put together. It is pretty awesome that they have, you know, the extra kind of like wall up here though. It's pretty sweet. So let's go over the details. Like I said, what do you guys think of this overall design? It's pretty awesome seeing the ramps here. They actually look like they're pretty steep too. So man, going up like this, can you imagine like a super quick attack type going around, hitting these ramps? You're definitely gonna catch like quite a bit of air. So interesting is that like there's this hook here, and this hook is used with your battle axis. So when you place your battle axis into the actual stadium, the top of here basically clips in like that. And like that's how you get your battle axis in. It's pretty sweet. And there's a couple of pins that you have to secure, so like we'll do that later on when we actually want to add it. But yeah, let's talk about the parts of the stadium. So of course you got your battle ring, right? That's just the center of the stadium. That's where all your bays are gonna chill, right? Like once you start slowing down and whatnot, right? All your defense and stamina types will hang out there. You got your ramps, right? These blue areas, your ramps. So you can travel up that to basically get like an aerial attack. And once you add in your battle axis, which is this green part right here, you get like this speed cradle basically. Well, this particular part, they call it the battle axis, like this whole green part's battle axis, but same with like this circular part. So in the anime, this is where the bays will go up to basically speed up, right? So once they get up here, since the circle is smaller, they speed up and they go back down the rest of the stadium for like an epic attack. So it's gonna be very interesting to see bays go in circles here because it's gonna be really quick.
Yeah, man, it's like next level. So one thing I didn't actually expect was how steep that battle axis green part was. It's actually angled quite steep, so bays are gonna be like wanting to fly back down. So that'd be pretty cool to see them drop back in for attacks.
Yeah, because imagine, right? They climb up the ramp and they go along the outside, like up here. Dude, this wall is so steep up here. And if they go all the way around, it'd be so epic. So yeah, this is basically like a larger speed cradle. And then they call this part right here, this is your BRINK plane. So as you guys can see, like when you don't have the actual battle axis in there, you don't really have much of a BRINK, right? So for those bays that like to climb up on the wall and kind of hang out, you don't really have a BRINK on this blue part. So once you add your battle axis, then you can technically climb up this section up here, and you could get your bay hanging out on this BRINK plane. Now it's still angled, so I have a feeling that your bays will probably fall off the BRINK pretty quickly, but you can climb up the wall, land on this BRINK here for a little bit, and then you can either enter into the battle axis or like the speed cradle here, or drop back down the wall into the battle ring area. Alright, let's do our test battle. Throwing in Golden Judgment Dragon and our Prime Apocalypse into here. Let's start off with the battle axis piece in there first, I guess.
3, 2, 1.
I know, so easy to wipe out. What happened?
Didn't even take advantage of the battle axis. 3, 2, 1.
I went around in circles so many times.
It's so crazy when they go up the green inserts. 3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was a sick burst.
You were riding along the wall and then hits me up like that.
Oh wow, bursted. Barely touched it there. It was close.
3, 2, 1.
Oh no! Yo, your Prime Apocalypse like chilled there for a little bit.
That was sick, that was sick. It's actually pretty rare for it to hit this point because it's kind of slanted, so it's always trying to go back to the blue portion. 3, 2, 1. Self-destruct.
You guys have to be very careful when using the stadium. It's actually pretty easy to self-burst.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, that was such an epic attack. Prime Apocalypse went into the air, but then all of my spin died.
Golden Judgment Dragon also kind of like loses all its spin by just hitting the walls.
Alright guys, let's switch it up a little bit. We'll take out our insert and we'll battle with these ramps. Hopefully we get some aerial action here.
A different way to play.
Alright, can't wait to hit these jumps.
3, 2, 1.
Oh, pretty tame actually right now.
And there's actually a dip on the on both ends.
Nice.
Cool. So yeah, like there's this area where you can battle in, or you can go through this dip and then battle in here. 3, 2, 1.
Oh. Look at the epic attacks, man. Oh, Apocalypse took that.
3, 2, 1.
No, I was like just starting to go up the ramp. He didn't even let me fly. Just got bursted. Okay, BBGs, that is it for our unboxing of this Vortex Climb Battle Set. So, it's honestly a very, very sick set. The stadium alone is definitely worth it. You guys need to buy it just for that.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see other bays go up that ramp.
Yeah, it's gonna be sick, guys. It's gonna be sick. Alright, so like this video, subscribe. Let us know what you guys think of this brand new Vortex Climb Stadium. Are you gonna get it? Or are you guys gonna just leave it? You guys, are you a fan of Hasbro Stadiums at all? Let us know, okay? Alright, subscribe to the channel. And as always, geeks out!